The doorbell chimed softly as the man stepped into the gleaming marble-floored store. The scent of rich leather and expensive perfume filled the air. Every head turned, not because of admiration, but because of disbelief. He didn't belong there. His jacket was worn thin, his shoes had small cracks at the edges, and his little daughter clutched his hand tightly. Her clothes neatly washed but faded from too many rinses. Her eyes, though, sparkled with innocent excitement, the kind of sparkle only children have before the world teaches them otherwise.
"Daddy, look. It's so shiny,"
she whispered, pointing at the glass display case filled with handbags that cost more than a month's rent. He smiled softly. "Yeah, sweetheart, it is." But as he walked further into the store, whispers started. "Why is he even here?" One woman muttered. "Probably lost," said another with a quiet laugh. A store clerk, tall, elegant, and wearing a suit that screamed superiority, approached him with a fake smile. "Sir," the clerk began, his tone polite but sharp enough to cut, "may I help you? This is a luxury boutique. Everything here is quite expensive." The man nodded. "I know. I'm looking for a bag for my daughter's mother." That sentence made the clerk blink. He looked at the man's frayed wallet, the little girl's scuffed shoes, and the way they both seemed slightly out of place, yet carried themselves with dignity. "Perhaps you'd be more comfortable at our outlet store downtown," the clerk said, emphasizing downtown, as if it was another world. Before the father could answer, his daughter tugged on his sleeve.
"Daddy, this one's pretty."
"Mommy would love it," she said, pointing to a soft pink handbag on display. The father smiled, though pain flickered in his eyes. "Yeah," she would have. Just 2 years ago, he had a wife, Emily. She was light, laughter, and warmth all rolled into one. They didn't have much, but they had love, and that was everything. But love, no matter how strong, couldn't stop the storm that came. Emily was diagnosed with cancer, and their lives shattered overnight. He sold everything, his car, their savings, even his wedding watch, to pay for her treatment. He worked double shifts as a mechanic and still couldn't make ends meet. When she passed, the world turned silent. Now it was just him and Lily, his 6-year-old daughter, who still drew pictures of Mommy in heaven, with stars and angels. He promised himself one thing: he would raise Lily with kindness, courage, and faith, no matter how hard it got. "Sir, are you sure you can afford this bag?" the clerk pressed, crossing his arms. The father looked down at his wallet, where a few crumpled bills rested, his entire week's earnings. He had saved for months for something small, something meaningful to honor Emily on her birthday. "I just wanted to look," he said softly. The clerk smirked. "Right? Well, perhaps next time you can look somewhere more affordable." A group of wealthy shoppers nearby giggled. Lily looked up at them, confused. "Daddy, why are they laughing?" He crouched down, brushing her hair gently. "Sometimes people forget how to be kind, sweetheart." Then he took her hand and turned to leave. But just as they were about to walk out, a commanding voice echoed from the back. "Wait." The entire store fell silent. A man in his 50s walked out, silver hair, a calm expression, and eyes that had clearly seen the world. He was the store owner, Mr. Reynolds. He walked straight up to the father and his daughter. "What's your name, sir?" "Daniel," he said, a bit uneasy. "And this young lady, this is Lily." Mr. Reynolds knelt down to Lily's level. "Hi, Lily. That's a beautiful name. You said your mommy would have liked that bag." Lily nodded shyly.
"Yes."
"Daddy says she's in heaven. He wanted to buy her something pink because she liked pink things." The store went quiet. Even the clerk froze. Mr. Reynolds stood, his eyes glistening. "Pink, huh? That was my wife's favorite color, too. She passed away 10 years ago." He turned to the clerk. "Wrap that bag." The clerk stammered. "Sir, he hasn't." Everyone watched in disbelief as the owner himself walked behind the counter, placed the pink handbag into a silk-lined box, and carried it over. "Daniel," he said softly, "this is on the house. No charge." Daniel shook his head immediately.
"Sir, I can't."
"You can," Mr. Reynolds interrupted gently. "You reminded me today of something important. You reminded me what love looks like when it's pure. You don't need money for that." Tears welled up in Daniel's eyes. He held the bag close, whispering, "Thank you. You don't know what this means. The clerk looked down, ashamed. The crowd that had laughed moments ago stood in silence, faces flushed with guilt. As Daniel and Lily walked out, Mr. Reynolds followed them. "Daniel," he called, "do you still work as a mechanic?" Daniel nodded. "Yes, sir. I'm at the corner shop by Maple Street." Mr. Reynolds smiled. "Not anymore. I've been looking for someone honest to manage the maintenance garage for all my delivery vehicles. I think I found the right man." Daniel's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "Completely. Come by tomorrow morning. We'll make it official." Lily squealed with joy, hugging her dad's leg.
Daddy, you got a new job.
Mr. Reynolds chuckled. Yes, he did. Because good people deserve good things, even if the world sometimes forgets that. Daniel walked into the same luxury store again, this time in a clean shirt, his shoulders confident, and Lily skipping beside him with a bright pink hair bow. The staff greeted him with genuine smiles. Even the clerk who once mocked him came forward with respect. "Good afternoon, Mr. Carter," he said sincerely. Daniel smiled. "Afternoon," Mr. Reynolds came out from the back, beaming.
My best manager. How's everything going?
"Better than I ever dreamed." "Sir," Daniel said. They shook hands, and Daniel looked around the store, remembering the day everything changed. It wasn't the bag or even the job that mattered most. It was the moment someone believed in him. When kindness replaced judgment. He had learned something powerful. Sometimes life puts you in the wrong places just to meet the right people. Final scene that evening, Daniel and Lily went to the park with the pink handbag. They placed a small bouquet of flowers inside it and left it beneath a tree. Their little tribute to Emily. "Happy birthday, Mommy," Lily whispered. Daniel looked up at the sky. "We're doing okay now," he murmured. "Thanks to you. And thanks to a stranger who remembered what kindness is." He lifted Lily into his arms as the sun dipped below the horizon, its light painting the world gold and pink, just like Emily would have loved. Sometimes we judge too quickly. Sometimes we forget that everyone we meet is fighting a battle we can't see. But kindness, a simple act of understanding, can change someone's whole life. Never underestimate the power of compassion, because one day you might be the reason someone doesn't give up.